Okay, let's talk about the outline. If you'll take a look at that, your outline will not be due tomorrow like originally planned since we did not have yesterday's class period, and I don't want to rush you too much between today and tomorrow. We do not have school on Monday. Okay, that's President's Day. So our outline will be due on Tuesday morning, 10:15 at 10:15 a.m. So just put that on a sticky or somewhere, 10:15 a.m. Tuesday morning, your outline. So what your outline does, and I don't know how many of you have done of these in the past, probably not too many, but you may have to do one in college. We're supposed to do one in Texas TEKS, so that's why I have you do one. I don't particularly like outlines, but we'll do one to follow the rules here. Several aspects need to be considered, and first of all, if you'll take a look like here, there are a couple of different types of outlines. You can write a sentence outline, but I don't want you to. Let me rephrase that. Sentence outlines are types of outlines, but I don't want you to write a sentence outline. And I put that in yellow. Do not write sentences in your outline. I want your outline to be word or phrase, and that would be a shorter way to put your outline. So that's the first thing. Everybody understand that? All of your headings and subtitles, subheadings need to be phrases or words. Do not write sentences. I don't want you writing your paper in outline form. That's not what I want. Some of your professors may want that at some point, but I don't want that. Second thing, second bullet is parallelism. So the parallelism, what that means, and we've done this before, the wording right here, the wording within each division must be parallel. So nouns need to be made parallel with nouns, verbs with verbs, adjectives with adjectives. For example, if you are going to use nouns, you need to say computers, programs, users. If you wanted to use verbs, you would say to compute, to program, to use. If you wanted to use adjectives, you would say home computers, home being the adjective, new programs, experienced users. So decide upon one of those. In an outline, it's important to be parallel. You don't want to have an A on your outline. Let me just move it over here to an outline. You don't want to have your A being child support and then your B being to train women. You see how that's not parallel? I've got adjective, noun, adjective, noun, adjective, noun, adjective, noun, adjective, noun, adjective, noun, adjective, noun. So I've got that parallel. Not parallel would be child support, training women. Training there would be a verb. Okay, so that's what you want to do. I don't care which one you use, verb, adjective, noun, but you choose one. Okay, here's the exception. If there's absolutely no way to achieve parallel structure because of something that you need to put down on your outline, but it's just simply not possible, and you and I have both looked at, wow, it's simply not possible, then it's okay to put, you know, a verb on one of those or a noun on one of those and make it not parallel for one. But there's probably not going to be any way that we have that, but if there is, we'll deal with it. Questions on parallelism? All right, coordination. In any outline, a division or subdivision cannot be divided into one part. What that means is, if there's an A on your outline, there has to be a B. You can't just have a 2A, a 3A. If there's an A, there has to be a B. If there's the 1, there has to be a 2. And I didn't go any farther. You could right here, look at mine, you could right here under this new, into the N in new, you could have a little a, a little b. But if you had a little a, you had to have a little b. It sound like the goose in Mother Goose. No, that's Charlotte's Web. Never mind. So you have to have coordination, parallelism. Include the last name of the author in parentheses, if there is one. I'm on this last bullet. From the source from which your information will come. This helps you. Okay, it makes your life easier when you start citing your rough draft because you know which source you're going from. What if you don't have an author? Just use the first word of the source on your bibliography, your reference page. So over here, I put this is the Jones. This information on A comes from the Jones article. This information is coming from the Thompson article. If there wasn't an author, then you would just put, you know, Marie Antoinette's in Britannica article. You know, it can be 2 or 3 words, whatever. All right. What if there's 2 what if something comes from 2? You put both. Okay. You will submit the outline to Turnitin. I've already got it ready on Turnitin, but it's not due till Tuesday at 10:15 a.m. That's the beginning of our class. Let's take a little bit of a look up here at the actual outline page. I believe there is a template on Docs, so you can use that template. The only reason mine says a 2 up here is because I put 1 up here. So you will want your heading, you will want outline, and then I want the title of your paper here. On your research proposal, if you'll look back to your research proposal, you will see what your title is. Okay, and your research proposals are ready in Turnitin. And I did put a comment on everybody's. If you made a 100, then I may have put wow, great job, or something like that. If I put a comment on yours, it probably dealt with your thesis statement, and I may have said, let's work on this wording of your thesis statement because that's the most important part for the research proposal for me, because you're going to put that again on your outline. So let's go to our Roman numeral. Everybody is going to have your intro, your A, and your B, okay? Everybody's outline is going to look like this, okay? You do not, if you need to put it on a sticky note, I don't think you can type on this, can you? Okay, and I did that for a reason. But on your sticky note or wherever you want to take notes, put my 1, A, and B is going to look exactly like hers, her being me. You're going to simply have the word introduction. You need nothing else. You're simply going to have the words background information, nothing else. We'll worry about that when we start writing our rough draft. On your thesis statement, you're going to write yours there. Take off, write yours here, and write yours there. Okay? Leave the word thesis statement and then write yours there. So you'll take off the italics and you'll put yours there. So everybody's 1, A, and B are going to look the same. Where it gets different is here in Roman numeral 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You may have more. So everybody's going to look different in the body part. All right? What you're going to have to do, the reason you did your organization paragraph on your proposal was so that you would be ready to go here. In a perfect world, this is how you would write a research paper, okay? And now you've got your points now. What are my main points? How many of you have 3 main points, 4 main points, 5 main points? If you have 5 main points, you'll have a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, and a 6, Roman numeral-wise. Okay? And then you may have an A, a B, a C, and a D. You may have an A and a B. You can't just have an A, right? You may have an A, B, C, D, E. You may have a 1 and a 2 under your B. Everybody's is starting to be different at this point. What if you start writing your paper and it doesn't follow your outline? It's okay. Your outline is just to try to help you get organized. You do not, once you've turned your outline into me, you do not have to go back and redo your outline. Your outline is one and done, which is how a lot of you do your papers. No, I didn't say that. We can talk like this. We've been together 2 years almost. So on your conclusion, everybody's conclusion will look like that. Now yours may be a 6 or a 7 or an 8, but all you have to put is the word conclusion. And I'll go into more what you need in your conclusion later. All right, what questions do you have now about the outline?
We probably have them later.
Have later?
So on the background information, you just put background information?
You just put background information,
Nothing else.
nothing
But
else.
on the thesis statement, we have to.
Yes, you'll put yours there. Yes. Any other questions?
No.